Oh Lord. Sobre. Hey, Crystal. Crystal, how are you? I don't know if it's good afternoon where you are or good morning. Better say hello. Hello. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Crystal. I'm doing good. Who is doing good? Where are we with your? Did we reach 4,000 watch hour? How is your WH? I'm still running it at work. I'm still running it on my computers at work. It's 10 p.m. Okay, here is what? It's 2 p.m. 198 more to go. Good. Before the end of the week. Before the end of the week. Because I'm still running it at work. I made sure the two computers running before I left yesterday. Yeah. We're going to get there very soon. Yeah. I think Monday is holiday here, but I'm working. I'm going to work and I'm going to make sure that they are running. Yeah. I'm working Monday. Monday I'm working. I have nothing to do. Yeah. Yeah. God is going to allow it. Yeah. No, God is never late. I'm telling you. He is never late. God is never late. Yep. It's just on time. We just have to be a little bit more patient. That's all. We have to be a little bit more patient. 198 is not enough. It's not long, you know. It's not 1,000. Two computer running and the venue running and maybe some over running. We're going to get it. Yeah. We're going to get it. Yeah, it is true. Patience is a virtue, but we are not patient. I'm very, very patient. Yeah. Before, when I was much more younger, I want it like that. But nowadays, no. I say to myself, God is never late. He's going to give it to me at the right time, then I will appreciate it more. If you give it to me before, I will not appreciate it, you know. But if I'm patient and when you give it to me, I more appreciate it. You see, I was reading when you came in. Maybe you'll be able to see. I don't know if I do it this way, you see it better. This is what we call annual appraisal form for classified staff. And my name is right here. Yeah. And this week, you're going to get it. Every year, every September, before September 17, your manager at the hospital, we have to fill this, we call it performance for every employee. And then you rate yourself. It is so funny. You rate yourself, and then your manager rate you. Okay? So I rate myself, and then my manager, they call it, it is here, it's a manager comment. So, and if you have, there is something, you know, you see here, everything, all the dots are blue, all the dots. If you got all the 5 dots blue, you are exceptional employee. You see, All my dots are blue. Yeah, and then he will write a note. So he did this yesterday, the 4th. Today is the 5th. And every year we do it. And every year, when I started 9 years ago, I wanted so badly to be exceptional employee. The first 3 years, I was exceptional employee. And then I just stopped and I said to myself, keep doing what you're doing. You're going to be exceptional employee. And then you're going to enjoy it much more. So for 9 years, I've been exceptional employee. So when you are exceptional employee, your salary change. You get a raise. So every September, the salary change. Yeah, so I was reading what he wrote. Yeah, and the final note was, he wrote here, Aya has been a real team player for this year during a manager absence. And hey, Blue Jean. Blue Jean, welcome, 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 my brother. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, but you know, nowadays, it's because you came in. Okay, what time is it? You came in 15 minutes later, so that's why. No, I did not get promoted. I was explaining because I don't know, Blue Jean. Maybe if you have time, if you can run her too. She need only 198, and I've been running her for long. No, I did not get promotion. When she came in, I was reading my, they call it annual appraisal form for classified staff. Okay. I don't know if you could see it, annual appraisal for classified staff. And I'm one of the many classified staff, you know. Okay. So in September every year, you grade yourself. So the reason why we're having this conversation, I told her that no matter what, she's going to get a WH. And in life, when you want something, and if you are in rush, when the good Lord give it to you, you do not appreciate it. But when it's the right time and when you get it, you appreciate it more. So I was telling her that when she came, hey, Philamin, you didn't know I was monetized since then? Okay, welcome on board, Philamin. Blue Jean say, classified staff, top player in the Blue Jean's gonna make Aya laugh. Welcome, Philamin. Welcome. I'm not a top player, but if you say it, I grab it, okay? In the name of Jesus. This is for it's a standard form. It's a standard form for more than 50,000 employees. You know? So I was saying that I said when I started there 9 years ago, I said to myself, I need to be exceptional employee till I retire. That was my goal. So the first 3 years, I was so much focused on this exceptional, because you know what? When you are exceptional employee, of course, the salary change every year, but you don't get 1% or 2% because it goes till 5. So you get the 5. So that was my goal 9 years ago. I did get it, The first 3 years, I was excited, and then it kept coming. Nowadays, but I've been there for 9 years. December coming, going to make my 9 years. Nowadays, when I get it, I appreciate it more because I understand it more, the value, than I was. The first 3 years, I was looking about money. Honestly speaking, it's the monetary that I was focusing on. But the 4th years, I sat back and I did a self-reflection. And I was like, it's not the money will make you happy. It's what you could do to help somebody health life. Because I work in a site hospital. We have 6 campuses. It's a very big UT, the University of Texas. It's everywhere in the state of Texas, and the state of Texas is a huge state, and the city of Houston is number 4, the largest, number 4 for the United States. So when you say federal, we are number 4 for the 50 states of the US. So this is a huge hospital. And working in a sci-tech, I don't have any background in that field. No, honestly speaking, I did not know what I was doing. Honestly speaking, then I had to train myself and learn because I work there doing data. Okay, of course, with data, that's my field. But on top of the data, I decided to learn more about psych. What it composed, and I learned so much so I can thrive instead of focusing on the money. So I was explaining this to Crystal that I enjoy it much more, what I do, than focusing on the money. And then I'm much more grateful that my little brain is not cuckoo. Hey, Janet, welcome. Because based on studies and everything, we all have mental health issue across the board. 95% of the population on the face of the universe. These are things that I did not know, Blue Jean, when I went to work there 9 years ago. I had no clue. I had no clue that we all do have mental health issue. You're not late, Janet, you're not late. You're not late, okay? We all do have mental health issue. And it is so simple to explain mental health issue. There are different levels. You lose a loved one, how you deal with grief. Okay, you lose your job, how you deal with this. There are things that you want to accomplish in life, how you do. It's unbelievable. It's a wide range of things that people don't understand. And people do not understand. We have a topic today. Anyway, there is no topic. I was talking about mental health. Mental health. Yeah, so we all do have mental health issue. And the reason why we jump in mental health, higher up raise, exceptional employee, as usual. Yeah, just enjoy bit of a day on our daily basic of life. Yeah, okay. Foreigners, you live in a foreign country, you miss your family. All of these are part of what they call mental health. Yes. You wake up in the morning for no reason, you're sad. Who can explain this? You can explain. What's the reason why you sad? You cannot explain, you know? So these are things that I learned working there. It's a very, very interesting, and it's also heartbreaking. Yeah. Heartbreaking when empathy. Yeah. Because we all do have empathy. When you see children that start screaming, 3 years old. Why can't she stop screaming? And then she telling you that she hear voice. And you can't do anything about it. It's sad. It's heartbreaking. So that's pretty much it. So let's have something to enjoy. Okay, we're gonna play the game. Everybody here is connected. Okay. So yeah, but you know, Janet, it's a part of our being. It's a part of human being. Even if you're not stressed, just pay attention to your life. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and you're not happy. Ask yourself, why I'm not happy today? I have a job, I have my family, I'm in a good health. Why I'm not happy? Okay, ask yourself this question. When you wake, if it hit you, you wake up in the morning and then you're not, and then you feel sad. What's the reason? These are Blue Jean, these are things that I learned and then I apply to myself. And I'm like, okay, I'm a little bit depressed and I can't put my finger on the reason why I'm depressed this morning. That's part of mental health issue. This is what I learned, Blue Jean. It's not the money, but honestly speaking, for the first 3 years, I focused too much on the money. Nowadays, when I got this from my boss, and it was done yesterday, the 4th, and this is what he wrote. And my boss, and for some, I thank God, you know, just thank God. I get along fine with my bosses because there is this part where it's a manager comment. And he wrote a very nice one, you know. He wrote something, it was really nice. I was not expecting this. He tried to just give me more for next year, okay? Because I go on my own way. Remember these COVID classes that I took? He acknowledged that I just always go on my way to try to learn more, understand more, even though I have no background in the field. Yeah, so, but stress is part of it. And then there are some mental health. I'm not a disclaimer. I'm not a psychiatric. I'm not a psychologist. It's few things that I have learned a course of my own life, and then working there and seeing what is going on. What is going on? Yeah. Yes, you live your life as if it was the last day. Yeah, and then try to be much more happy because, and this is the things, I've been doing this for a long time. Self-reflection. I self-reflect on my own life when I tend to be sad. And I say to myself, whoa, no, come on, girl. You better be grateful for what you have. Because I say to myself, all right. And then I question my act, what I do. If I did something that I didn't like it, and I say to myself, why you answer that person this way? And my boss talked about it. He said, I always go the extra mile. Okay, we do have 12 units, and every unit you have 30 patients. So think about how many employees you deal with, okay? And I deal with everybody. doctors, nurses, psych tech, you name it. If I just brush something, when I get back to my cubicle, then I will self-reflect and I say, oh, no. Then I will go back to that staff and I said, I will call her aside and I said, I'm so sorry. Hey, Capson, welcome. I said, I'm so sorry. The way I raised the tone of my voice, I am so sorry. And if it hurt your feeling, I apologize. Yeah. Welcome, Capston. And I apologize, okay? And the staff, most of the time, they write and they send it directly to him. And they say, okay, she came to our unit and she was in rush. And the way she says something and then she return and she apologized. It's really relative. The pay is relative, okay? I'm going to tell you something, Blue Jean. The pay compared to when I was at corporate America is half. When I started, the pay was half. Okay? When I started way back in 2011, 2012, no, 2011, because I'm going to be December 2011. All right? The pay was half. But guess what? I was not looking at the pay at that time. What I was looking at, due to my age, I was looking at, and I did explain this, I was looking at the health, the benefit. Because at that time, in 2011, and I explained here, you see, this guy died for colon cancer. Okay, cancer ran into my family. My older sister, she passed for breast cancer, even though she caught it early. In 77, she caught it and she removed, yeah. Yeah, no, Blue Jean, seriously speaking, sometimes don't look at the salary, calculate the benefit. Yeah, so the young lady, look at the benefit. That time I needed to do colonoscopy. Colonoscopy that time was $7,000, which was $7,000. No. I was not selling myself short because what I was looking was the health insurance, which I did not have to pay a penny in it. Yeah, my health insurance is wonderful. I tell you, I don't pay a penny in it. Okay. The only thing I pay is when I go to see a specialist, I pay $35. That's it. But compared to the bills, which most of the time is $2,000 to $3,000, which is 3,000, 4,000, I don't have to compare to your $35. It's nothing. At that time, I needed to do the colonoscopy, but it was $7,000, $7,000. Even though I did have that money, but I said, this is my retirement money. I'm not going to do it. I need it. So finally, then you look at the benefit. All the benefits across the board. Okay? Across the board. Then you take into your retirement. When you retire, what you're going to get, is it 1 or 2? Because if you work in an institution which is education for the state of Texas, it has to be teacher retirement. Then you have a federal, so you end up having 2 instead of having 1. In corporate America, I was going to have one, but here I do have two. So you take into account all of this benefit when we lay it out to you. And then you have 7 grand. Yes, that's what it costs. And do you know how much it costs now? 9 grand. Yes, 9K. 9K. I'm scheduled to go do a colonoscopy again. And I'm not paying a penny. I'm not paying a penny. And the fact that my sister passed of cancer, every year I have to do 2 things for the breast, the mammo, and then I do, what you call it? I forgot the name. I'm having my senior moment. There's another things that they do. Okay, this 2 exam is 3 grand every February. Aya doesn't pay a penny. Not even $35 we visit. Okay, a year ago, I woke up in the morning and then my 2 feet started swallowing. It was so big. The two retirement, please explain again. Okay. In the US, there is one retirement for everybody, which is federal. Okay. They call it Social Security. It's federal. Anytime you hear federal, it's for the 50 state. Now, because there's one thing that you have to see, this country, there are state law and there are federal law. Immigration is a federal law. It's for everybody, the 50 states. Then inside that, you have state law. Is that clear? You're having your senior moment. Okay. Working for corporate America, you do have the federal, which is the Social Security. And then you can have a 401k, 401k. But the 401k, okay, you just remind me to go. Okay, you better do the mammo, girl. The 401k, you decided, and I have a story for the 401k, you're going to laugh. I decided, okay, take, let's say, $100 every pay period. Okay? So they put that money in there and then they invest that money. Your company invests the money. So if the Dow Jones is up, your money is up. If the Dow Jones is low, your money goes down. No, welcome, welcome, welcome. So that's the way it works. So you may have, yes, that's clear, okay? So you have the Social Security, which is Fed, and then you have your 401k. So you still have 2. They give you the opportunity. But if you work for the state, you don't pay in any money. The state pay in the teacher retirement. They pay this for you because you work in education system. Still, there is 403k. That one you can pay in till the day you retire. So when you retire, you may have 3. They give you the opportunity to have as much as you can, if you can save. All right? So this is the way it works here. So working in corporate America, you still have a Social Security, and then you still have your 401k that you pay in. So my story was, and you're going to laugh, because I got burned badly working in corporate America. I decided with my little big eyes That's why I said I don't put the money first. That's why, because when in the course of your life, that's why I say self-reflecting. You do things and then you reflect on it, you analyze it, and you learn, and then you can make a better decision. I may be wrong. You guys can challenge it. I'm not saying I have all the answer, but what I have learned, I was working in corporate America in a little tiny company at the time. That was way back in 2002 when I moved here. And when they say, we do have a 401k, and you look at Social Security, and when you say Social Security won't even cover anything when I retire, so better put the money into the 401k. So I went to HR, human resource, and then I told the lady, okay, take the 15 of every month. Aya has no salary, no paycheck. It goes to my 401k. It goes to my 401k. So I have only one paycheck at the end of the month. Week I can live on it, pay my rent and everything. I sat down and I did it. I had to subtract everything, you know. So I put that money there, boy, for 5 damn years. Then in 2008, if you recall, there was a huge recession. The market tumbled during the Iraq war and everything went upside down. Boy, I lost everything. I lost all the money. I don't even want to tell you how much I had it in that account because you're going to hold your head. And I was not the only one. It's the entire USA. Everybody who has a 401k, we all lost the money. Even when President Obama came, the first time Obama lost it, his wife lost it. We all lose money. Yeah, but it was for retirement in 2008. I had a cousin who came here when I was doing this, and she told me, she said, Kuz, you're putting all your egg in one basket. Be careful. And I was like, Kuz, don't worry, that's America. C'est de l'argent and the whole mania. She was like, she just, because she's a CPA. She just looked at me and then she said, no. I don't agree with you, but you know, guess what? I went ahead and continued. The global meltdown, I lost everything. Do you know how much left in that account? As we speak today, $8,000. Eight grand. Yes, 8. It make me laugh. It make my cousin, when there was a meltdown, she called me, she said, combien d'argent as-tu? How much money do you have? I lost everything, guy. Yes, lost everything. 8 grand left as we speak. And I decided I'm not doing no 401k no more. So when I find this job and they were like, okay, the state will pay you a retirement till the day you die, I was like, yeah. That's the reason why the salary is low. I'm like, yeah. Then, Blue Jean, this is the funny things. In 2008, I wanted the money. I said I was going to withdraw. They were like, no, if you withdraw, you have to pay 10% to the government because you're not 65. You see, when you focus on the money, this is what you learn. This is what happened to you, and this is what you learn. They were like, you're not 65. We can pay you the money back, my own money that I lost everything. And then they said, you have to. Yes, no, yeah. After 5 years, 8 grand left. And then they said, you have to pay 10% of the 8 grand to them. So calculate 10%, 10%, ça fait $800. I was like, no way, I'm not taking that money. So I left it there. It will go up. Okay, guess what? The Dow Jones dropped this week, and I check, and when I check, it was 6. You know, fluctuation of the market. This is it's funny for me. This is what I call self-reflection. And when I reflect on all of this, I'm like, no, forget about the money. Yes, a standard 10%. If you take it before you turn 65, you pay this to the federal. Yep. So these are things that I had decided to be a trader. And I learn. And when I reflect, I'm like, it's not worthy. I said, it's not worthy. You see? So you have this, and then you go see a doctor, and you do a colonoscopy. You can't even pay. You see? So you better have a benefit where you don't have to worry how you're going to pay. Does that make sense? Blue Jean. I better have my Blue Cross card. And when I go to Dr. Smith, I don't have to pay, and they send it to, to the company. I just have to drink this thing, use the restroom 20,000 times, and then just go under for 15 minutes, and praying that, there will be no, what they call it, palate. Because it's the palate that transform into colon cancer. Because it's like almost stage 1, but they still can remove it. And this has already happened to me. So when I'm going, I pray that no more, because when they see a palate, they will tell you to come back the following year to make sure that you are not developing this. And the funny thing is, it doesn't hurt. So that's the reason why Chadwick died. And by the time they find for Chadwick, he was on stage 3. And normally for the US, it's the law. When you turn 50, you have to do it. So on your 50th anniversary, this is the gift that you give to yourself. You just go and do colonoscopy. But now it's so prevalent in the Black society that they try to put it at 45 to 40. At 45 to 40. Because when they caught it early, they can remove it, and then you don't have to do, because my thing is, maybe because I'm in this, I just don't like doing, what they call it, chemo. I'll be fine. Yes, I know I'll be fine, but I'll be on that road. I'll be on that road, First, I did not understand. And when I came home and I called my American family, because she does research in that field, and then she break it down, and it freaked me out. And then she said, no, it's going to be okay because we remove it. I say, yes. Hey, T1, welcome. So they remove it. She said, I said, so because we take it, it's unbelievable how the health system It's so advanced because it's something that they put it in your poop on your bum bum, and you take a picture of your bum bum and take a picture, and it's only take 15 minutes. And but you have to go under. You have to go under. So when you wake up 15 minutes, and then they print all the pictures of your colon, and then they show it to you, and you could see the palette and everything. So when I show it to her, she explained, and when we remove it, they took a picture as well. And when I show it to her, she break it down to my understanding. So I was fine. So I have to go back the following year. And when I went back the following year, there were nothing. And then they told me to come back every 5 years. So I have to go get it done again. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the thing. So Blue Jean, you're gonna get the dollars, but please don't focus on it. Don't make the same mistake like I did. Don't make the same mistake. Don't focus on the money. Just enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride and be happy if you have a job. I'm telling you. Be happy if you have a job. That's the only thing I say. I say be happy if you have a job nowadays. Hi T1, welcome. So that's it. That's the funny things. Me too, Adeo. Just be happy. Yeah. So the young lady, she tried to be happy. Yeah. So nowadays I became numb. I became much more numb to so many things, and I just laugh. I just became numb. But before I was a little bit cuckoo. Let's face it, yeah. In my heydays, I was a little bit cuckoo, yeah. I did crazy things, such as, flying from Africa to go to Italy to buy a pair of shoes. This is so crazy. Yeah, my eyes on the prize. Nowadays, my only concern is I just want to be healthy. That's it. I don't want to be sick. No. I just want to be healthy. And what the good Lord gave me to be able to pay my rent, that's all. Because the rent is my big finance things. Able to pay the rent. The car is paid off, so I don't care. And if I'm in a good health, everything is fine. Yeah. That's my concern. But the remaining is like, okay, I will not take it with me the day I go. So just enjoy the ride. Just be happy and be content. It's really fulfilling when you are content with yourself and inside you're happy. That you wake up and then you have a smile on your face because you can see the sound, the bird chirping. Yeah, I'm at this stage. Anything else, I'm like, oh well. Yeah, one day you will reach that period. I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm at that stage. It's a little things who make me much happier, and I'm always laughing, Yeah, because I'm telling you, Janet, Wednesday night, something happened in my city. It rattled the whole city. It rattled the whole city. And I came across it. I was on my way to bed. The TV is on, but the sound is off. I don't watch it because of the pandemic. Okay. They decided to give people that are not working $600 extra. The $600 extra ended end of July. When it ended end of July, it only lasted for 6 months. People can't pay because people use that money to pay the rent. And then the, what do you call it? Unemployment money for food, for everything. So this young couple is from Louisiana, next door state. It's a Latino guy, very young, 23, have 2 children. It's a young couple. There were 600 eviction, 600. I was going to turn off the TV and I put the volume on, and then they were telling the story, and I stood up to watch it. I start to cry. The young guy was a this lady just, I start to cry. Wow. And he could not take anything. It's only the baby diaper. He has 18 months. Same thing we are doing there. Yeah. Oh Lord. He has 18 months, 3 months. So they have a stroller. The stroller was full of diaper, baby formula, baby clothes. Daddy has the clothes on his back. Mommy has the clothes on her back. And the kid were looking in the camera with the innocent face. That's the thing that broke my heart. They don't know what's going on. Daddy was talking, explaining, and he was showing his last check was less than $400. When he lost his job, he was unable to find a job, but he was able to salvage some job somewhere, but they only gave him a check for 4. So he has 2 months late. The guy was trying to hold on to not to cry. The wife was standing there, holding the 18-month-old hand. I stood there, tear was rolling down. Because this can happen to anybody. It is so sad. Hello, Ngozi. Welcome. It was so sad. I could not sleep. And then they give you a list of Shetler. It was so hot, 105 degrees. Where, and then the journalist said, "Where are you going?" He said, "I don't know. I'm going to try the Shetler." But the Shetler, some Shetler will not take family with children. I could not believe it. Instead of going to bed, I went online. I was looking for a non-profit organization where I can give some money and try, because so I know a bunch of them. So, but the one that I trust most is Catholic Charity. Try to donate something, just to donate something. I could not sleep. I was so bothered. I went to work yesterday. I was sitting there, and a co-worker, she came and then she said, "Hey, Miss Aya." And I just look at her, and then my face expression, she knew there was something. She said, "Miss A, what's going on?" I said, "I need to help." She said, "Help who?" I said, "I'm trying to help somebody. I don't know his name. I don't know his phone number, but I need to send money somewhere because this bothers me a lot." She said, "What?" So I told her this. She said, "Girl," oh, she's an African American, you know, so we love this word, girl. She said, "Girl, I saw it too. And we are trying, the whole city, it rattled the whole city." She said, "They are trying to do something." And then she said, "Let's go to the unit and put the TV on and see what's going on." It's 11 o'clock, the news. So we went to watch the news. Thank God. The constable who was evicting He was almost crying. He was a Caucasian guy. He said for 30 years, he has never seen this. It was the first time, and he could not help it. And he was on TV explaining that they told the guy to come back, and they're trying to help him. And the whole city, guess what? People, empathy. That's it. Empathy, because this is across the board. They find him a job. They find him a place where he can stay, and somebody who is filthy rich decided to have him under his wing. I'm telling you. So this is, and then there's another one. There's this African-American 80 years old lady. 80 years, 80. Social Security. So she has only one retirement, Social Security, $800 a month. The $800 a month, the landlord decided to raise the rent at $740. $740. So $740, she will have only $60. For electricity, water, gas, food, medication, transportation. So the old lady decided not to pay the rent. She said, no, it's too high. And that, I'm telling you, that lady, when they were moving her belongings, she told them, put it in a trash. And then she sat on a chair under the blazing sun. I'm telling you, it was something. I even telling the story, I'm so affected. I was like, who? My brain was going wild. I said, she can be my mother, she can be my nana, she can be my aunt, it can be Aya, it can be everything. I'm telling you, what these two images set the city off. People came on board, giving money, trying to help. And I'm like, wow. And when the guy came on board, the young couple, the Latino boy, when he came, he was crying. He said, I did not know that people have empathy in what we are going through in this country, that people are so nice. I don't even know me. They don't even know me. I don't even know them. And they come to help my family. And I'm telling you, yes, you were so damn right, T1. Because here is the me, and the remaining, I don't care. It's the me. That is what it's all about. There's no empathy. And they have this tendency of saying, if I was able to make it, you can do it. Oh no, this ladder, it's not everybody who can climb it. You don't know what the person, this is where people have nervous breakdown, mental health issue. With this pandemic, people are struggling like a crazy. You don't know what people are going through when you see them. And life can be really funny. That's what they said. Life happens. American telling you life is happening in 2020. Life is happening in 2020. It is so tough. So when you have a little blessing, you appreciate it more. Blue Jean. Okay? So little things, you appreciate it more. That during this time, this is what you have. This is what the good Lord decided to bless you. Then you appreciate it, and you're like, because when you see all of these, even where I live here, they are distributing letter left and right, and constable coming knocking, the police. Europe is the best. I'm telling you, I agree. Europe is the best because Europe have this social fabric. We don't have it here. Europe have a social fabric. France, that I know better, even though I can't stand them because they colonize me. And I always refuse to leave there. The social, they have so much to help people. Look at what Macron did during the pandemic. Everybody stay home and then they get paid. And they still stay home and still get paid. We only have $1,200 one time. And then next year, when we're going to do our tax, you have to add it on your income. So your income is going to go up and then you're going to pay more taxes on it. So as we say in my language, Janet, if I give you my dog and then I'm still holding on to the tail and you cannot have the dog, do I really give you the dog? No, I did not give you the dog because I am still holding on to the tail of the dog. This is it, yeah. The social system in Europe is the best. I'm telling you, here we don't have this. Here you do have to work for every penny you earn. And when you lose your job, because I've been on that road in 2008. Yeah. I've been on that road in 2008. From 2008 to 2011. So I have 9, 10, 11, 3 years. 3 years, no job. So the only thing I can do was be a substitute teacher. Being a substitute teacher, they pay you a little money, then you get, and then this is it. There is one thing that people don't tell you. They don't tell you the true people that live in the US. Oh, we have unemployment. But guess what? You pay taxes on unemployment. Yeah, there is taxes on your unemployment money. I say so. Yeah, you pay taxes on it. When you fill the form, they ask you, do we have to collect the 10%? Or when you're going to declare your tax at the end of the year, you're going to pay us back. So me, I say, take your 10%. So when they take the 10%, you ain't get anything. Girl. Oh, health insurance? That's why they call it Obamacare. Don't even come here, girl. Now, girl, you better stay where you are. Where you are. And there is a hic, okay, or something called food stamp. And Africans don't understand this. And I'm like, gee, stop it. They give you the food stamp, which is $120. If they give this to your child, you better buckle up. When your child graduates from high school, he will not get a scholarship, even if a GPA is 5. Even if a GPA is 5. No. That's the reason why there is this word that you guys going to hear now that we are in this season where in less than 2 months we're going to vote. Okay, I'm voting next month. Yes, you pay taxes on your unemployment check. I say so for 3 years. Unemployment check, 10%. If they pay you, if they have to pay you $600 and you don't pay the 10%, don't think that you miss it. You did not miss it. Because when you're going to do your taxes at the end of the year, before February 15 of the following year, you will have to declare all your income. And guess what? They pay you, your unemployment is already noted, okay, in your Social Security card. It is not easy. You will hear this word. I hope to write it correctly. Systemic. I don't know if you write it this way. systemic. I think that's, I don't know if it's a Y or I. You will hear this word because that's a new word that we are using because it's embedded in the fabric of a society that they use it to do so many things to block you in order to reach the so-called the American dream. Yeah. Janet, I told you last time, I did not like this country. But when my mental health issue, because nowadays I recognize when Paul passed in 94, the week of my big day, I just lost it. I just lost it. When I lost it, we've been everywhere and anytime that's why I said you have to do self-reflection, because when you sit down and reflect on your life, then you see what you miss, what you didn't pay attention to because you are in this gone with the wind mode. Yep. My mother, who'd never been to school, bless her soul, she was like, okay, Canada, I have too many memories in Canada. I have too many memories in England. Italy, yes, institutional and systemic lockdown, yeah. There are countries that I live in it and I have these beautiful memories that I wanted to keep. And my late fiance, the country that he never liked is the country I'm in today. Because he got 4-time Fulbright scholarship, 4-time. He refused. Italy, I have so many memories. You know, there are countries that I just, when I go there, I say to myself, I'm strong enough, but everything come back and my emotion and everything. And then, you know, so my mom said that he never liked America. So why don't you go? And also the first time I came to the US was 1981. I went to DC, to New York, on our way to Canada. It did not stop here. It went straight and I stayed. What I wanted to see, I saw it. And then I flew to Canada. Yeah, I know, Capson, that's okay. So you see, so I came here. And when I came here, it was to heal, to grieve. I don't regret it. The first 7 years was tough because the only thing I did was to go to work, come back and cry myself to sleep. That's it. Till I find my American family, and then things change. And then when we move here, things change. So I'm fine, guys. I will visit you guys for sure. You're going to see, I'm going to be in your town and say, test you and say, guess what? I'm in your town for so and so. So it's just, that's it. That was it. But I never thought in my entire life that I will uproot myself and live in the US. No, it was not in my radar. No, it was not on my vision board. No, it was not on my vision board. I swear to God. Then, but life happened. When life happened, you can't help it. It's like working in a site. People say you don't like the health and you work in the health system. I say, yeah, it's so weird. Things that I did not like, I end up doing it. But I appreciate it more. So that's the reason why I said I love to do self-reflect about my own life. I just self-reflect. I sit down. Yeah. I sit down and then I analyze my life, and sometimes I say to myself, wow, girl, that was crazy. And I say to myself, I will not do this again. I say, I will not do this one again. Yeah. Yeah. So that's part of life. So I self-reflect a lot. It became my things. Just self-reflect about everything. So nowadays, with little thing I have, I enjoy it. I will come to visit. Guess what? One of my first cousin was the ambassador of Canada in the 80s. He was in Ottawa. And from Ottawa, we flew to Calgary, where you live, and then we drove to the Niagara Falls. Yeah. Then when we reached, what's this town? It's a French town, Montreal. You guys are in Montreal, there's this big building where they take your blood pressure before you get into the elevator because it's so fast. Then we went to do all of these. I'm telling you, I have done crazy things. I have done crazy things. Yeah. So you see, there are countries where I have wonderful memories, and when these things happen, I say to myself, I can't go there because all of these memories will rush back. They will rush back. I had a cousin who lived in Vancouver. We got the same last name. His name is Tiako Remy. His dad is my dad, younger brother, same mom, same dad. And my cousin is over there. We are in touch. He kept telling me, come and visit Vancouver. And I say, the last time I was in Vancouver, he said, I know. I say, you see. So there are countries that I say to myself, like, I did a crazy things. I said to myself, okay, you are strong enough. You can get it done. There's no memories that is going to stop you, and you're not going to break down. Our favorite country, Brazil. So I said, okay, I'm going to Belo Horizonte. Belo Horizonte is on the north, and it's so beautiful. The beach, and I had a great time. So I flew to Belo Horizonte. Came out of the plane, went to the hotel, went to the beach. All of this emotion rush. I don't know why. I start to cry. I had to change all the plan and flew back to the US. And I was just saying to myself, no, you could do it. You could do it now. So there are countries that I proud myself that I can do it. It's always something coming back and hit you, and then you go back. And I'm like, no. So that's the reason why. Like in 2016, I went back to Italy. I was in Verona. From Verona, we drove. Yeah, I live in the UK for 4 years. I studied in the UK. Had a great time. I tell you. From Verona, I went to Venice. And then I decided to go to see my brother in Bergamo. I took the bus from Verona to Bergamo. In the middle of the road, I broke down crying. And when I reached Bergamo, my brother can see my poof eyes. He understood right away. He said, you just want to return to the US? I said, no, I'm going to stay for a month. So you see, things like that. I don't know when I don't think I will get over it. As my mother used to say, there are 3 pains which are not the same. Now, the UK, the reason why people saying that the UK is expensive is because of the money. The pound is one of the strongest currency. The pound, and then before, what's his name? Before Germany joined the EU, the German money was so strong. These are the two currency, I'm telling you. When I was in college in London, these are the two currency that we deal with. The pound and the German money. That was the two things. That's it. I don't know. Now people, they talk. Janet, don't believe on what now people, they talk. You have to do your own homework. Because people will continue to talk and we're going people continue to talk. You see, people continue to talk. Yeah. People, but you know, guess what? Nowadays, everywhere, everything is expensive. Everywhere, everything is expensive. Yes, comparing Canada to the UK, Canada is cheaper. Canada is cheaper. The last time I was in England was in 2013 because I still have my account over there. Yeah. Everything is expensive. UK is expensive because there is this young lady. It's everywhere. It's not the capital. It's not the capital city. The economy of the world is not working, Janet. Everything is expensive. And since the pandemic, Janet, do yourself something that's going to help you. Everything that we use on the face of the earth is made in China. Look at in Italy, why Italy has so much issue, because they uprooted all the factories to China. Here they did the same thing. They uproot everything. So now China produce everything for us. So China hold on to us. I'm telling you. So with the pandemic, it make it even worse. Here you go to the big stores. That was so cheap, like Walmart. Now you see everything is empty. You can't find anything. Everything is coming from China. Everything that we use, made in China, Indonesia, because we have, what do you call it? There are, when you work, people get together. Here, the labor, the same thing that is produced in China, if they produce the same thing here, you have to pay 50% more to the employees. Or in China, it's zero. So in 1980s, they did outsourcing. They call it outsourcing. The entire Europe outsourced everything to China. So this is where we are today. Now the pandemic show everything. When you go to the stores, there is nothing. Everything we use here, I'm telling you, is coming from over there. Now this life is hard. It's much, way too expensive. Here, this is nothing. Where I live here, people pay this every month. $1,200, $1,500. And the more people lose their job and they have financial issue, then the landlord, they just increase the rent. They just increase the rent, knowing that people cannot pay. I have a friend, he's like a cousin to me because I know his parents back home. He called me last week and he said they increased his rent for $750 and he's already paying $1,500 and they add another $750. That's what he called me to tell me. And I told him, you better move down south. Yeah, the rent in New York since 9/11 has gone up, especially if you live in Manhattan, but now it's the 5 borough. He live in the Bronx and he's paying 2-bedroom. He's going to pay $2,200 a month. And you have nothing. There is no electricity, no water, no gas. On top of that, you have to pay electricity, you have to pay gas, you have to pay everything. And up north, yes, okay, you have Vancouver, you have Toronto, is expensive, but up north of Canada, place like a Calgary, where is minus 80 degrees during winter time. The thing is, African, we don't like cold weather, but I do. I love it. I don't mind the snow coming into my neck. Because you have your boots, you have your you have your winter gear, you're fine. Okay, for 600, that's fine. That's fine. Yes, I love the snow. I love the snow. And I was born at 12:30 p.m. in the blazing sun of Africa. But guess what? I love the snow. There is something about the snow that, you know, snow and I, we are buddy. Yeah. Because for foreigners, for immigrants, the most important, the highest bill is the rent and the food. Because as African, -40 in Calgary, and we are not in the coldest part. Okay, that's fine. I could do -40. I could do that. Even I did -50. So for me, that's okay. That's fine. Because African, we go somewhere, we don't want to eat the food of that country. We need to eat, Janet, you always cooking. So how do you say this one? The last stew that you cook? I can't say the name and I don't want to offend anybody. Okay, so all of this shaki and the whole 9 yards. I can't believe it. This is one thing. I was sitting here and, you know, my self-reflection things. And I said to myself, wow, in 1975, in Paris, my brothers, and we went, my brother was like, okay, let's go to the supermarket. We went to the supermarket. The French people were throwing the shaki, the cow feet, the cow tail. So my brother, they put it in a huge bag and he picked it up. And they said, Monsieur Tiako, c'est prêt pour vous. So I said, Ziggy, you're not paying. He said, no. The French people don't eat it. They throw them away. Okay, in the 70s, there were not so many Africans living in France. So the French people were not eating this part of the beef. They throw it away. So my brother go there, say, don't throw it away. Keep it for me. I'm going to come and pick it up. And now they sell it. Now they sell it. Before they used to throw them away. And I was sitting here and I started to think about it. I said, oh, The reason why they throw it in those years, Africa just became independent. 10 years, there were not so many people, so many black living over there. Now is gazillion of black. And then we told them that we eat it. So they decided to sell it to us. You see, we did it. So, but we cook, even though you cook a lot Italian food, you cook it for the children. You cook it for your kid. African, we need to eat our food. So we spend more money in our food and then the rent. That's the thing to cut into our budget. Yeah, you eat more German because of the children. But if you did not have a kid, you will cook African. I'm telling you. So this is where it takes a lot on our budget. Because nowadays, you have African store and everything. So people making money because they're doing business. So you're going to buy the yam. It's expensive. It doesn't hurt you as long as it's cooked. Janet said she cannot eat the not well done steak, the rare that when you cut it, you see the blood coming. I laughed so hard when I read when I read your your comment. I'm like, okay, she's the typical African. She's gonna cook for 2 or 3 hours. Yes, it has to be well done. So that's the things. But you know, the food, the rent. The food and the rent are the one thing that is heavy on our budget. On our budget. Because anything else is not so heavy to carry. That shaki is 10 euro in Germany now. Before, how much was it? But I can't stay a week without your swallow. So this is it. You're gonna have a swallow. You're gonna have a swallow, but the swallow, you need shaki, you need cowfish, you need how guys do you call the skin of a cow in your language? You will have a skin of a cow. Then you will have the turkey, the smoked turkey. You will have a fish. Girl, all of this is too much. Don't you think so? So that's the thing. That's the thing. So just it cut into the budget like a knife cutting a barrel. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it is something. But if we eat what these people, yeah, because it's normal. We didn't grow up eating. We did not grow up eating. Okay, here you buy 1 kilo of oh, so it's very, yeah, because these are things that the Italians don't eat. You dislike cooking? I just don't dislike cooking. I don't dislike cooking. But cooking African pomo, okay. Then you need your pomo and all of this. It's too expensive. You see, because Italian don't eat the shaki. So that's the reason why you get it 3 euro. And maybe in your town, there are not so many African. And then the Italian hasn't figured it out yet. How, when people come more, and you cannot survive on bread, coffee, and apple. I don't eat too much bread, you know, but I eat a lot of fruit. I don't dislike cooking, but the reason why I don't cook African, because of you have to add the poumon, you have to add the shaki, you have to add everything from here to my own town in Africa. Goat meat, chicken, and native food. Okay. Blue Jean said he need all of these things: jollof rice, goat meat, chicken, and native food. Okay. You know, when you have family, it's really easy. When your event though is going to take you 2 or 3 hours to do this, but you have 2 or 3 people at the table enjoying the food, and everybody eat. Okay, Aya is by herself. All right, is what? 3:35. The only thing I had for the whole day is to take my blood pressure med and a glass of water. Okay, I agree with you, but you're by yourself. There is one thing that I'm trying to do is to cook the African dish a little. And I push it so hard, you guys are going to laugh. I went and instead of buying a big pot, I have a little pot. But the little pot, you put this on it, and then you remember you have to add this, and then you have to add meat. By the head, at the end of the day, it became big. So Aya is transversing everything from the little pot to the medium size. When you cook the stew, it is so much for one person, and you have add so many things that cost money. So it's going to sit in the fridge for 2 or 3 weeks, because I don't want to throw it away. I say to myself, in Houston here, there are people who can't find food. You have the fish, you pay this fish, it's so expensive. You pay this one, it's so expensive. And then you just have to throw it away. So it's going to sit there. Anytime you open the fridge, the stew is telling you, Aya, when are you going to eat me? When are you going to eat me? So when you manage to finish eating that stew, you say to yourself, I'm not cooking it no more. Number one, it's a production. It takes too long to get it done. And when you finish cooking, you're already full. And then you manage to eat it. And then the next day you say to yourself, I don't want to eat this stew no more. I just need to eat something else. So that's the reason why I don't cook African food. That's it. Wow, buy $300 for the meat. I know Africans that buy meat for 300 euro. I used to ask myself why. Okay, if it's a family, because I'm honest, okay, when I was in New York, we used to go to a farm, and then you can buy, and in that farm, you can buy beef, you can buy lamb, you can buy anything. So then you package everything, and you can spend like, $300. But the $300 is going to be for one person, like for 6 months, you have meat. But maybe for the quality of the meat, the part of the meat that you want to eat, so that's why, because it's expensive. So maybe it's a family of 5 or something. Maybe they buy it for like 2 or 3 months. Meat only 300 euro. How long? Yeah, how long? It could be a family for a long time. One full hog is about 450. Okay. Yeah, but you don't want the whole. Okay, so if a family raised cow is 2K, okay, but you're not going to buy the whole 2K. I say the whole 2K, the whole cow. You will buy beef, lamb, chicken. I'm not a meat person. I'm a fish person. I grew up eating fish. And I tell you, the fish that I like, his name is grouper. In my city, the pound is $15. The pound is $15. But I don't care because I love this grouper. So you can have like 2 or 3 slices. It's almost $100. And I will buy it. I just buy it and I say to myself, girl, this is the only thing you're going to take into your grave. So it's only fish. Just eat it. Please yourself. I love fish. I eat fish. That's it. I love fish. I'm not a meat person. So things can cost a little bit more, guys. Don't worry about it. You know, we need to please ourselves. Life is too hard on us in this side of the world. You work too hard. You sacrifice too much. You sacrifice too much. And when people sitting back home don't understand, they're going to call you at 2 a.m. that you have to send them money. So just please yourself. Just please yourself. Don't sacrifice for people back home. Just eat, because that's the only thing that is going to make you feel good. So even if it's 300 and you like it, you just buy it for the food. This one, I learned it from my maternal grandma. She always said, eat the best food. Eat the best food, because, baby, that's the only thing you're going to take into your grave. That's it. So I don't care when I go to Chinatown, if a grouper is $20 per pound, I just don't look at the price. I just tell them, give me 5 slices. That's it. Yeah, you're of course we got Tiwan. The guy work hard. That's the only thing that he likes. Okay? Or sometimes, this is one of the things that I learned to. Some people grew up. No, I don't eat sushi. No, it has to be cooked. No, I don't eat raw sushi. No, guys. No. Some people grew up in a family where they eat and there is no meat. So when they make it in life, they can work for them. When I say make it in life, it means you work for yourself, you have a paycheck. So the guy said, no, when I was growing up, I suffered too much. I did not have this, I did not have that. Now that I can offer myself, no. So I had a friend, we grew up together. He lost his mom. I don't think Germaine knew his daddy, his mom. I think he was a baby. And then when we were in high school, then he lost his dad. Okay, today he has a PhD, he's a college professor. He speaks of 5 languages, you know. This is somebody who suffered so much. Growing up, he didn't have it together. He went ahead, he got married, he spoiled his children like a crazy. The way I kept telling him, you're not raising them good, because anything the kids say, Dad, I want this here. When we tell him, Germain, be careful, if you're not here one day, this kid we're going to suffer. He said, because I did not get it growing up, you guys saw me, so I just give it to the kids. You go to his house, what he ate at noon, he doesn't eat it at night. There's no overnight food for him. It has to be cooked every single day. If he invites you at his house, any kind of menu, you will find this on the table, and you ask, how is that the entire country come to to eat here? He said, just eat what you can. The remaining, we will throw it away. And I'm like, come on. So finally, his wife decided the remaining of the food, she take it to the mosque to give it to the people that need it. You see, so someone like that, when you look at him, it's because growing up, he was deprived of the minimum. Today, because he's a smart guy, he made it. He just go from 0 to 100. Yeah. What an expensive taste. Yeah. If he invite you, there will be any kind of food you can think of it. He has a chef in his house. You want to eat European, you will get it. Then he has a lady that he pay cook African food, and cook African food is not one dish today. You will have your okra soup, your pepper soup, your ogbono, all of this at the table. And I'm like, c'est pas vrai. It's a Clementine. I used to go to your parents' house to eat, remember? Okay. Don't worry, just eat what you can eat. The remaining, tomorrow is another day. And I laugh and I say to, he said, your granny say that this is what we're going to take into our grave, right? So I don't care. So there are people like that. So the guy can go and buy 2K beef. Eh? Yep. It's normal for him. That's pretty much it. That was like in my heydays, and I go crazy, fly to Europe to buy a pair of shoes, you know? Nowadays, if you ask me to do this, I say, do you think my head is, no. Let's go here to do this. Let's go do this. No. Nowadays is another ball game. It's another story. I can't eat sushi. No. My American family, there is this sushi restaurant where I call it, it's a demonstration. I'm telling you, you go sit down and they bring you any kind of salmon, because there are category of salmon. And then you pick up the one. Yeah, your kind of guys. Okay. Next time when I go to the Ivory Coast, you come and then we go to Germain house. He has a beautiful home, I'm telling you. And then he has a chef. The chef will ask you what you want to eat, you know. Then getting back to my American family, and then you pick up the salmon, the one that is, they tell you this salmon was caught in the river, this salmon was caught in the sea, this. Yes, her parents died when she was also no brother, no, so she suffered a lot. So she tried to give us all we need. Yeah, that's my friend. That's the way he is with his children. The only thing that I enjoy is he makes sure, he said, if you bring me the A's, anything you ask me, you're gonna get it. And his kids are very smart in school. You know what? Anything else, you got it. Yeah, because he has a hard knock time growing up. And because he's a smart guy, he was able to make it, you know. So these people bring, and then they said, okay, this salmon, I don't know how they say the word, but the salmon that the coat has egg in it. So I pick up that one. Last time I eat kejenu. I ate the kejenu in 2013 when I went home. I don't cook. Even if I cook the kejenu, Janet is by myself. The kejenu is going to sit in the fridge, and anytime he's going to tell me, when are you going to finish me? That's why I did not. I know there is a lot of Ivorian where you live, so you know the kejenu, and acheke for this one. I have to eat my acheke every day. Yes. Sister, I come here to buy dress. No, I did all of this. I got too many clothes. And for the last 3 years, I decided not to buy no more clothes. I recycle. Yeah, I just recycle. I don't buy clothes no more. It's just a waste of time. I don't like caviar for some reason. Yeah, I just don't like this caviar. It's like people go crazy about champagne. I don't drink champagne. I don't like caviar. And champagne is because I don't drink alcohol because it doesn't work for Aya. You will have to call 911. My little heart doesn't. I will start sweating and no. So the guy come with his knife and the show and he does all of these things and then he go the Japanese and throw it and then he get the rice and all of it the show. I sat there with these white folks and I said to myself, so this show of cooking this, that's what these people is gonna spend this amount of money. And they did all of these things. I could not eat it. It was beautiful. It was a great experience. That's all. So now I don't buy clothes. I don't buy clothes. I recycle everything in my. No, I don't buy clothes. I don't go anywhere except when I'm going to work. I dress nicely, but everything is in here, mix and match. I wear the same pants. If I pick up a navy blue pants, if I pick up a black pant, a gray, a khaki, a white, the top, I mix it, mix match. Yeah, I will find something like people went cuckoo about the jacket, the African jacket that I wore to do the. This is so old. It is so old, and people went crazy about it. Everybody was like, "Oh, I like your top." Instead of commenting about my things, they were commenting about the clothes. And I said to myself, "This is so old." In fact, I had them made when I went home. I think in 2013. Yeah, so it's the top that I changed, but the pants is the same. I changed the top and I look like $1 million lady. That's it. And also the reason I don't buy dress because at my work, I'm always on the go running. And if you're running and bending down and you're wearing dress, no, the look doesn't. Tiwan, you wear dress and then you're bending down. When you go to 1E and the baby of 5 years old or 3 years old is talking to you, then the way it is, it's not. So I don't wear dress, I wear more pants. But these are my color. I have khaki, gray, navy blue, black. It worked better. So I wear my pants and then I could go in and out. Yeah, but the dresses is more for formal when you're going out or something like that, so dresses is good when you go home and somebody invite you and you want to play the madame. And you want to play the madame and then you wear dress. But in Ivory Coast, the Ivorian ladies, they say, what before you turn to the Tedesco woman? Oh, Tiwan. What is a Tedesco? Tiwan, what Tedesco mean? Please. The word make me laugh. Tiwan. Tedesco mean what? Huh? Is that in Spanish, La Deña Socorro? What Tedesco mean? It's German. Okay, the German ladies be like boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I'm telling you. So no, it's better when you feel comfortable and you don't have to worry about anything. Dresses is much more for going out nowadays. Nowadays, dresses. Okay, dresses is much more if you're going out. My American family, when we go out, Aya doesn't dress because they don't dress. So they will wear jean and t-shirt. So we all wear jean and t-shirt, and then we go to the fancy restaurant and then we sit down. Nowadays, we don't go to a restaurant, so we order. They order and then we deliver mine here. That's it. Pandemic, so we stay home. Monday is holiday, but Aya has to go to work. Monday is Labor Day. So once we do Labor Day, it means summer is over. And we go into winter time. And we go to winter time, and it's so good. At least, but we still have to worry about hurricane too. Yeah, they don't dress, they don't dress. And also because I don't go to African church, there is one thing that I learned here, because there is a huge, I think it's a fact, the biggest African community in Texas is the Niger people. They got their own stores, African stores. They got their own churches everywhere. And I was invited to a Niger church. Wow. I thought I was in Ibadan. All the gele were flying. Wow. These ladies, they dress, and because of the weather, it's hot here. Oh, I was like, wow. And they were looking at me, and then they figured it out. She's an African, but she's not a Niger person. I was the only one who did not have African print on. I was the only one who did not have African print on. Everybody, even the pastor and the first lady of that church, wow. You could have seen the gele. The gele was so huge, but it suited her. Her attire was so pretty. Yes, the church, because when she invited me, she told me, because I don't go to African church, she told me, have lunch before you come, because this is like a 10 hours. We're going to do this. We're going to do Bible study. Then the service started at 2 p.m. and it goes on till 4:30. I'm like, I was just sitting there. It was an experience. And then when they finish all of this, they don't go home right away. At the back of the church, there are food. Yes, there are food. The kids were playing. I'm telling you, I spent the whole day. Luckily that day, the Monday was off for me. So I just don't go to African church. I enjoy it when she asks me, did you have a great time? I say yes. And then African, the first lady of the church, she came with a basket of food for me. She said, okay, for the first time that you came here, we offer a bag. Yeah, there were what they call finger food, There were every little things, in it. So she gave it to me. She said, we hope to see you again. I said, okay, yes. I said, I will try. Never gone back. I don't have time spending my Sunday all day. You go to church at 9 a.m. and you leave the church at 6:30 p.m. What? Am I Mary or Jesus? No. Never return. And then they do donation like a 6 or 3, and thank God she told me, she said, don't put all your money one time because we're gonna come and come. Donation time is gonna be like a 6 time during the service. I'm like, why? She said, because we have to donate for this, we have to donate for that. I was like, what? It's just a show, yeah. So these ladies, so I understand, and I said, so that's the reason. Yeah, because it's a very huge community. It's a very, and then there's, it's unbelievable. And I was sitting there and I've seen people writing donation check for $1,000. And I'm like, how? I say, yeah. When we came out, I told my friend, I said, you guys rock the boat here. She said, yeah. And she said, okay, this one is a doctor, this one is an attorney. Most of them work for themselves. So they do have the money, and then they're showing it in the church. Okay, and then when they say, okay, Dr. So-and-so donate, I'm like, I was sitting there with my $20. And I'm like, I'm not coming to this church no more. Okay, guys, thank you for coming with me and talking, you know. Thank you so much. You guys don't know how much I appreciate you, because that's the only time I'm talking. That's the only time. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys, okay? Oh, I did 2 hours today. This is not Aya. Normally, this is not Aya. Okay, so we're going to close the house. We're going to close the house, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Everybody, Capson, T1, Janet. It must be late where you are, guys. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Somebody say, always nice here. T1. We talk about everything, you know. And I laugh all the time. Bye. Blue Jean, bye. Blue Jean. Okay, see you guys next time.